guys, welcome back to Ashire Books. Today I'm going to be doing the My Life in Books tag. So I was tagged to do this by Averie at Averie Loves Books, and it's such a fun tag. I really liked the question, so I thought I would go ahead and do it. I'm not sure who the original creator is for this, but I will make sure to link Averie's channel down below. So the first question is to find 3 books that represent your 3 initials. So my initials are AEM. So I've got After by Anna Todd. I read this one a couple of years ago. It was very angsty and very like new adult angsty, but it was entertaining. I read the whole series and I don't regret reading it, but it wasn't my all-time favorite series, but it was a good time when I read it. So for E, I've got Edenbrook by Julianne Donaldson, and I really enjoyed this book. This is historical romance, but it's kind of different than a lot of the other historical romances. I read this one a couple of years ago as well, and it was one of the first historicals I actually read. I really enjoyed it. It was really, really good. If you're looking for a historical that's a little bit kind of less steamy, I would go for this one. I haven't read Julianne Donaldson's other book, which is, I think it's called Blackmore, and that's her kind of more popular book, but for some reason I picked this one first, mostly because I adored the cover. I just think it's such a beautiful cover, but it was really, really good. It was really romantic, so if you're looking for a good one, check this one out. And then for M, I've got My American Duchess by Eloisa James. I think this one might be my favorite Eloisa James book I've read. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between this one and one other one, but I really enjoyed this. I read this one last summer and it was very enjoyable. So question number 2 is to count your age across your bookshelf. And I went ahead and already did this because my bookshelf's over there, and so I just went ahead and kind of did it ahead of time. But I did count, and I'm 27, so this is the 27th book on my shelf, which is White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is book 1 in her, what series is this? I can't, oh, Dark Elements, it says it right on the cover. Book 1 in her Dark Elements series, which was a really intriguing series. It's not my favorite series by her, but I thought it was really interesting, and it has to do with gargoyles, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure it had to do with gargoyles. Yeah, gargoyles. So if you're looking for a different kind of paranormal romance, check out the series. I thought it was really fun, and she does such good paranormal romance series, so really she can't go wrong. Question number 3 is pick a book set in your city. I do not know of any books that are set in my current city. I even like thought about it for a while and kind of just like racked my brain, and I really don't think there's any books set in my city, so I'm just kind of skip that one. But question number 4 is to pick a book that has a destination you would like to visit. So I'm gonna go with The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness, because in this book, and in the whole series really, but I just picked this one, they travel all around Europe, and I would just really like to visit more places in Europe. It's kind of the top of my list right now. I don't think in this book they go to Scotland, but in one of them I'm pretty sure they did go to Scotland, I think in the first one, but in this one they're in England, they're in London, they are in France for a lot of this. I think they go to they go somewhere, was it Amsterdam maybe? They go all over in this book, so I would just like to take my own like European tour. That'd be great. Question number 5 is to pick a book that's your favorite color, and my favorite color is pink, so I picked Suddenly Royal by Nicole Chase. It's pretty pink. It's like pink all over. This was an adorable kind of royalty romance. I've talked about it a few times on this channel, but it was just adorable. It was your very kind of typical like Cinderella type story where she thinks she's a commoner and she kind of discovers that she might have some royal blood, but she meets a prince, and it's really cute. If you are looking for a good royalty romance to like get your fix after the royal wedding, pick this one up. It was really, really cute. Question number 6 is which book do you have the fondest memories of? And I'm gonna go with Little Women. This is actually my like old copy, my vintage copy. I got it from, I think, some kind of thrift store. I honestly don't remember where I bought it, but I really like collecting like old vintage kind of books, and this one's really old, and it's beautiful and it's illustrated, and I love it. I don't read this version, but it looks very nice sitting around my house. But no, Little Women's my favorite book as far as like memories go, because it's one of the first books that's like a bit of more of like a book, not like a picture book, that my mom kind of read with me. My mom loves this movie as well. We both loved book, but we both watched the movie when I was younger, and she always loved this story, and so it kind of passed on to me. And I think we had like like a abridged version or something, because it was shorter than the normal novel, but we read that one together, and I don't know, it gets like really fond memories because I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I remember reading this, and I really think that's why I like this story so much. Question number 7 is to pick a book you had trouble reading, and for this one I'm gonna have to go with Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. Okay, so I loved the first book, which was Passenger, and I thought it was great. It's like a time travel, it's got a bit of a romance in it, it was so cool. This is the second book. It was only a duology, and I got it, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm still only not even halfway through this thing, and I started this right after it came out, which was like 2 years ago at this point probably. Basically, I got to a certain part of the book where I just felt like it was dragging and it was kind of boring, in my opinion. I don't know. I loved the first one. It was so fast-paced, and then I got to a certain part in this one, and I just could not get past it, and I put it down, and it never picked back up. I'm thinking maybe I should try it in a different, like, medium. Like maybe I should get either the ebook or like audiobook for it, because I really want to finish the duology, but I couldn't get past it. And question number 8, which is the last question, is which book on your TBR will you feel the most accomplished after you finish? So for this one, I didn't have any on my immediate TBR that were like huge books or like classics, because there are plenty of classics I haven't read, but I wouldn't really consider those on my like immediate TBR because I don't really need to plan on reading them. But one that I have that I've had for a couple of months that I really want to get to is Furyborn by Claire Legrand, and I know this one either just came out or is about to come out. I think it might have come out this week, and a lot of people are doing reviews on it, and there's been pretty good reviews on it. I really wanted to read it before it came out, and I just didn't get around to it. But this is like a YA fantasy, and I think it has like a dual narrative, and it's about 2 girls. I think they're royalty. I honestly don't know. I just know it's YA fantasy, and it's had really good reviews. So I will feel accomplished when I read this, because it's not that I don't like fantasy. I do. It's just I haven't been reaching for it as much lately. So if I can get this one read, and it's a pretty chunky book too, I will feel really accomplished with myself. So that was the My Life in Books tag. This is a really fun tag. I thought the questions were really just well-developed questions. Thank you, Averie, again for tagging me. I will try and tag a couple of people if I can figure out who hasn't done it down below, because I cannot think of anyone off the top of my head, but I will put that down below, so just check down there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and like and subscribe if you would like to, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.